Oh my gosh, what a filthy day it is. Filthy weather. It's just grim, isn't it? It's absolutely disgusting. I feel a bit guilty because I chucked mine out. So I've just got back from work. It's Saturday. I've just got back from work and I chucked mine out this morning because it wasn't raining that hard. And also at the time, my weather app said it wasn't going to be that bad. Well, they got it wrong. It has rained non-stop all morning and heavy rain. So they're going to be soaked through because, you know, lightweights can't cope with... they can't cope with heavy rain in the slightest. We had a bit of a scare yesterday because little Angus here, who you often see in the vlogs, he tends to like to jump up on me, just wasn't looking very well in the slightest, just did not look well. He's normally quite an energetic, bright, buzzy kind of cat, and he just didn't look good. Anyway, he had a bit of breakfast and I left him, got back later that day, and he was looking worse, and I was thinking, oh no, what's happened? Anyway, I checked his claws, and his claws had all been shredded. Like, they were so short, and they'd broken, and I know that quite often can mean a cat's been hit. It's like if they get hit on the road, then they'll often roll, and that can really shred their claws. So I was thinking, oh my goodness, he's had an accident on the road, and it wouldn't be the first time I've lost a cat to that road out there. Anyway, so I took him to the vets, and when I put him in the cage, he looked really floppy, and I was thinking, oh God, he's got internal bleeding or something like that. By the time I got him there, I think the car journey had kind of slightly upset him, and it really woken him up. So he actually looked quite alive by the time I got him there, and they were looking at me going, oh, he doesn't look that poorly. And I was thinking, not now, he doesn't. Anyway, they gave him a check over, didn't they? And they think he's fine. Like, they know obviously something's happened and he's a bit sore and he's a bit quiet, but actually this morning he's so much better. So aren't you? So, you know, got me to just spend more pennies. Why not? That's why we have animals. But anyway, I'm just pleased he's good. I'm pleased he's feeling a bit better and he's a bit more chirpy today and more like his normal self, because he was so kind of just really unresponsive yesterday and it was worrying. But anyway, I also wanted to say before I get on and muck out, because I need to go and get mine in, thank you so much for all the lovely comments. Thanks, Angus. You alright? This is beautiful, but I need to finish this bit and go and muck out. Thanks for all the comments on my previous vlog. Honestly, you guys are amazing. I'm so grateful for them. It gave me a lot of confidence. I've now since spoken to lots of people who've kind of gone through this process, this rehabbing, and feel like I kind of really understand what I'm doing now to a degree. I've created my own rehab plan. I sort of feel like going with my gut is good now that I've got kind of some advice as well. I've created a rehab plan for her, certainly for the next few weeks anyway. And yeah, it's full of lots of different exercises and things like that. So I'll do a separate vlog on it, but I just want to say thank you to you guys really, because yeah, you left such lovely comments, and it wasn't a bit of a pickle that day because I just felt slightly overwhelmed by it all. But now I feel much more like I know what I'm doing. I've got a plan. So it's got to get the ball rolling really, and let's try and fix my dressage pony, because I really would like to go to some shows in the future with her, because I know she'd be amazing. But let's help her sort herself out and get her back on track. Anyway, I really need to get on and muck out and get those horses in, otherwise they're going to look like severely drowned rats. Poor things. I bet this afternoon will probably be dry and lovely. What is going on with this summer weather, eh? So next week I have seen a cheeky few high temperatures. I think I even saw a 27. So summer's not done yet, guys. Even I'm excited. I don't like the heat, but roll on a bit of sunshine. Excuse the look. I know it's not a good look, but it is so revolting. I will say something. There is a little bit of excitement. Not that exciting, but a little bit exciting, because next week the turn-up pen is going to be back in use. So this weekend I do need to have a bit of a tidy up, put out some fencing and so on, because we may have another face back in the yard. Don't worry, I'm not buying anything, I'm not spending any money, but all will be revealed next Wednesday on the vlog. Sorry to leave you on such a cliffhanger. But you know, we'll try and make these vlogs a little more exciting. But yes, all will be revealed next week. Anyway, how are my drowned rats looking? Look quite happy really. You always think horses are going to hate it out in the rain, but they never mind. Sienna, actually, to be fair, you don't love it, do you, Sienna? Already tell that your rug has not protected you in any way. You right there? You look like did you get a bit wet? Did you get a bit wet? Oh dear. She says, yeah, it's running down my face. Anyway, let's get these guys in before the next heavy downpour. Hello. You're very beautiful, I know. Thank goodness you're beautiful. Now, I know no one asked about the old sewing machine and how it's getting on, but you're going to get a little segment on it anyway. So skip 30 seconds or so if you're not interested. So this lovely machine, which I said in a previous vlog or two, that it's 100 years old, is up and working. She's doing a fantastic job. Honestly, it keeps blowing my mind that it works so well. I'm now a dab hand at setting it up and redoing the bobbin and all that. We've got as far as making a scrunchie and making a headband. Yes, interesting material. Currently I'm working from old clothes and like old curtains. I'm not buying anything nice material wise until I can make these scrunchies with my eyes closed, because I don't want to waste any material. But if you do know me, the chances are for Christmas you're going to get a scrunchie or two, just not with this manky material, with something much more attractive. But yes, I've just bought some elastics, so that's my autumn sorted. I'm going to be sewing my way through it, creating Christmas presents for everybody. So it's like I say, if you know me, you're getting something handmade again, I'm afraid. Afternoon, guys. I'm having a bit of a tack room tidy before our visitor next week. I thought I'd better give everywhere a bit of a spruce up, make a bit of space. So I'm just sort of going through all the bits and bobs we've got on here and just chucking any old boxes that, you know, have just kind of been left with Sienna, who's playing with the door right now. And just kind of, putting everything in order and giving it a space and, you know, mainly just moving stuff around and probably not doing masses. But, just having a bit of a tidy up. And that way, hopefully there'll be space for their stuff as well. So that is my current afternoon plan. Sienna's locking me in by the sounds of it. She's being a pain today. I don't know if it's because she's come in early, but she's quite fidgety, and it's meant to be her day off today. She has just one day off a week, but she sounds like she needs to go and do some exercise. Don't you? You're being a pain, aren't you? Excuse me? Playing with the door, are we? She's like, you should be paying attention. You're an attention seeker. I do think her not, because she's been only working in walk, I think she's really bored, and she's got a lot of energy that she could do with burning off, haven't you? Anyway, she's going for a long hack tomorrow. Going off to do the hills. Won't you be happy? But it'll be a good session out, so hopefully that'll take some of the energy off of her. Because yes, I think she's very, very bored, bless her. While I was tidying the tack room, I picked up a little visitor on my head. Yes, that spider was on my head. I knocked it off because I felt something suddenly move to see that giant thing had been there. Ugh. Morning, guys. It is Sunday and I'm just tacking out, ready to go for a hack. It's actually sunny outside. Puts a smile on your face, doesn't it? Also, is there anything better? Admittedly, it's not super tidy, but is there anything better than walking into a tack room that's tidier than it was, with a clean floor and stuff put back where it's meant to, and just, it's very satisfying. It's a good way to start a Sunday. So I'm about to go and take the I keep wanting to call them a gang because they've always been the three of them. I felt like that was a gang, but when there's only two of them, I've really got to stop saying that. I've got to take Coop and Sienna for a hack. I've got a lesson to teach this afternoon. I am going to get the field fencing up ready for Monday. And yeah, lots of odd jobs and stuff that needs to be done. Let's get going. I was going to talk more, but no, let's just get going. I'm going to be using the Ridely app today to track the ride. It'll be interesting to know how far we go. So we're currently on our first hill, as you can see, the one that we kind of normally do. Sienna is doodling on behind. It's quite difficult actually leading her because I'm having to really concentrate on making sure that Coop doesn't walk too fast. Coop's one of those horses that naturally walks really quickly, even though he looks like he isn't. He just covers the ground, so he's not allowed to walk too quickly so that she at no point feels the need to have to catch up. And also just trying to remind her to drop her head and neck, which she's starting to do again now. I'm also trying to make sure that I praise her when she chooses to naturally stretch down a bit, because there are times when she still carries her neck and head a bit too high, but when she does start to drop when I'm leading her, then I make sure I tell her she's doing a good job. I have noticed that naturally she is choosing to stretch a little more, just not when I'm asking her, but I'm just noticing it's like, you know, maybe having had those 3 processes medicated, she feels she can drop her neck and head a bit more. She's finding that she has the ability to do it. It may be nothing, but it's just something I've definitely spotted, and it's only been a week, well actually a week and a half. It's only been a week and a half, but it's definitely something I've noticed with her, that maybe she is having the ability to be able to stretch a little more. So that's promising. So as you can see, our ride was an hour and 37 minutes. We did all walk, lots of hills. I mean, it's very up and down. I worked out it's 8.41 kilometres equate to around 5 miles, which is not that far, I thought. It's a bit short, but it seemed to take forever. Oh, I hate to moan, but that was a blinking awful ride. It really was. It was rubbish. I was really looking forward to a sunny Sunday chilled hack, and I did not get that in the slightest. I really didn't. Endless cars. You'd think, no, I know I'm not that old. When I was a kid and rode, it always used to be so quiet on a Sunday morning. You could go out and you would barely see a car. Now it's like Piccadilly Circus, even around the quiet lanes around here. Endless traffic. Sienna jogged maybe 60 times the whole hack. She just didn't give up. She just wanted to trot the whole time. She had quite a few stressy moments. One on the main road where we ended up facing the wrong direction to the traffic, which is never good on a main road. She saw cows, which upset her quite drastically as well. And this is not her fault, but she saw there were 2 horses that just would not give up, galloping up and down the fence line, like pounding. And that really did stress her out, bless her. And she nearly fell over doing that. She got her knickers in a right twist. I don't blame her, it was horrible, but just so many things that made me think I'm not sure this hack did us any good whatsoever. I think this was actually probably made things 10 times worse. So yeah, just not ideal, but hey. Lots of hills, which was good. It was a good length. Yeah, it was just all in walk. It's just a bit boring. It's just a bit boring. But yeah, got to do the boring bits to get the good bits. So we keep going. They're having a nice scratch now. But yeah, it just wasn't an easy ride. Why are we going backwards, boys and girls? And poor Coop. Coop just wanted to turn around. Spends this whole time the ride going, should we turn around now? Should we turn around now? No? No? I'm like, no. And also he's such a fast walker compared to her. And so bless him, I feel like I have to constantly have the handbrake on him. And he just wants to get on with it. And she's like dawdling along. Right, I'm going to stop moaning. Nobody needs to hear me moaning away on a Sunday.